Hello, my dear children. I want to solve this worksheet for all of you. This is the worksheet that a few days back I have shared in class WhatsApp group. And let me start from the question number 1. And if you read this question number 1, the circuit shown includes 2 meters X and Y. They are connected as per the diagram. Which row gives the unit of the quantity measured by X and the unit of the quantity measured by Y? Now children, we have meter X and we have meter Y, and this meter X and Y both are connected in parallel, and we know voltmeter is a device which is always connected in parallel. So it means Y will measure the voltage and X also measure the voltage. So if you look to the options, meter X ampere Rom, this part is correct, this is correct, this is incorrect, and then both of them are volt. So the right answer is D. Now the next question number 2. In question number 2, if you see, again we have the circuit shown 3 ammeters X, Y and Z. Which ammeter has the largest reading? Largest reading, children. Now ammeter X is here, ammeter Y is here, ammeter Z is here. In such type of questions, students, always just draw that battery has produced a current I ampere, and when the current reaches to this junction point, suppose this is C point, and then at this point this current divides. Some current will go to this side, some current will go to this side, but whatever the current is produced by the battery, the same current finally return back to the will pass through the ammeter Z. Now in this situation, then I can write here, if I1 is going to this side and I2 current is going to the 20 ohm resistor, so it means that the I current will be equal to I1 plus I2. And this point we already discussed in the class, in parallel combination that current divide, and that the total current produced by the battery, that is always equal to the sum of the current passing through the different resistors. So it means that which ammeter has the largest reading? So definitely this I will be greater than I1, this I will be greater than I2, because it is the sum of I1 and I2. So I will go with the option C. Next question. Question number 3, children, that here we are not going to discuss LDR part. We have not discussed this LDR in class. So we are just going to discuss questions related to resistances. Question number 4. 2 meters are connected in a circuit to measure the current in a component and the potential difference across the component. Which meter are used and how are they connected to the component? Now see, which meter are used and how are they connected to the component? 2 meters are there connected in a circuit to measure the current and the potential. So you know, to measure the current we use ammeter. Ammeter here they said in parallel, wrong. Ammeter is always connected in series. Voltmeter, so if this option is wrong, then let me move to the B part. And ammeter in series, okay, this part is correct for measuring the current, okay. A voltmeter in parallel, this is also correct, and to measure the potential difference. Yeah, so I think that the answer is now B. What about why the answer C is wrong? A voltmeter in parallel, up to this is correct, but for current, voltmeter cannot use to measure current, so that's why option C is wrong. Similarly, in option D, a voltmeter in series, voltmeter is connected in parallel, so then the right answer is B. Next question, children. Question number 5 is based upon the component. We are not going to discuss this part also. And question number 6, children. Question number 6. The diagram shows 2 resistors connected in a circuit. 6 ohm resistor is there, 12 ohm resistor are there, and if you look the diagram carefully, children, this is a parallel combination. Both the resistance are in parallel combination. So You need to read this topic, parallel combinations. And what could be the combined resistance of this arrangement of resistors? Combined resistance. Combined resistance means I have given you a word, combined resistance, R combined, R total, total resistance, R effective, or finally if it is in resistance or in parallel, then RPU. So you have to calculate this one. What could be the combined resistance? So you know, two resistors, they are in parallel because the current will divide. Current I is produced by the battery. When it reaches to the point, it will divide. And there are two loops. It is not a single loop that the current is passing. So current is passing through two different loops. And we have a formula, 1 by Rp equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. You can use this equation, but I also told you that whenever the two resistors are given, better to write this formula, R1 multiplied by R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So I will use this equation. What is R1? 6 ohm. What is R2? 12 ohm. You can take any one R1, R2 and divided by 6 plus 12. You know, 12 6 is 72, 12 plus 6 is 18, 18 4 is 72 here. After doing that, 4 ohm is the answer here in question number 6. Now let's move to the next one, children. Question number 7. Why are lamps in a house lighting circuits connected in parallel rather than in series? This also we discussed in class discussion, children. Uh, why in our household circuits they are, all the devices are connected in parallel? Why? Let me read the option 1. If one lamp stop working, remaining lamps become brighter. No, this not happen. They are connected with the same voltage, so this is not going to happen in parallel. Less current is taken from the power supply. No, this is not also the case. The lamps can be turned off, yeah, independently using switches. So that is the specialty, the benefit of parallel combination. Whatever your device, whatever appliances you want to switch on or switch off, that you can do it independently. So that the right answer is C. When more lamps are added, their brightness decreases. In parallel, how many bulbs you may connect, this is not going to decrease their brightness. Question number 8, children. 8 is here. Question number 8. And if you read it carefully, the diagram shows cells connected to two TW, two 6 ohm resistors. Three currents are I1, I2, I3. You can see in the diagram I1, I2, I3. Which row correctly compares I2, I3 with I1? I2, I3, you have to compare I2 and I3 with I1. Let me go to the option. I2 is same as I1. How it is possible that I2 is same with the I1? You know, I1, let me write here this equation. I1 is equal to the sum of I2 plus I3. The total current produced by the battery, this is the total current produced by the battery, is I1 as per the diagram. So this I1 is equal to I2 plus I3. And so this is wrong, so no need to go to this part. Same as I1. I2 cannot be same with I1. This is wrong. Smaller than I1, yes, it is smaller than I1. And now what about I3? They said I3 is same as I1. This is also wrong, that I3 will also be less than with the I1. So that you will find that smaller than I1 means I2 is smaller than I1, I3 is smaller than I1. Remember this equation, children. Question number 9. Which produces an electromotive force? EMF. Battery, lamp. Lamp produce heat. Resistor, no. Spring balance, no. So EMF is produced by the battery. I hope, children, that you are able to understand these questions, and these are important questions for your class test that is coming in next week. And now question number 10. In question number 10, four lamps are labeled with 240 volt. In which circuit do all four lamps have normal brightness? You have to find normal brightness, means that all bulbs they glow or lit with equal brightness. Equal brightness is possible, children, in if the bulbs are connected in parallel combination, and because in parallel combination each bulb have its they have the same voltage. And if you go with the option A, in option A, that you can see that bulb first, second, and third, all these are in series, but these three bulbs are in parallel with this circuit, with this electric bulb. So definitely that all the bulbs, four bulbs, will not glow here with the same brightness. This is wrong. Here in option B, the bulb 1, the current is passing through the same single loop. Same current is passing through bulb 2, bulb 3, bulb 4. This is also the wrong answer. In this option C, that each bulb, you find that each bulb, the bulb B1, B2, B3, this lane, all are connected in parallel. And if they are connected in parallel, so each have the voltage 240 volt, 240 volt, 240 volt, and here it is also 240 volt. So our answer will be C. And even two bulbs are in parallel and these two are in series. So that's why here that the all of them will not glow with equal brightness. Next question number 11. The diagram shows a 40 ohm resistor and a 60 ohm resistor. Okay, good. What is the total resistance between P and Q? Again, that the word total resistance, I told you, children, total resistance you have to find in series or in parallel. We have the formulas in series. If the resistors are in series, then we have formula R1 plus R2. If they are in parallel, two resistors, then we have formula equation R1 multiplied by R2 divided by R1 plus R2. But here you see that these two resistors, they are in parallel combination. I can connect, just you can draw the diagram, redo the diagram actually, and can assume like this, and that we have connected a battery. So whenever whatever the current is generated by the battery, when it reaches to the point, it will divide. So you have to identify that this circuit diagram is a parallel circuit. And if they are in parallel, you have to find the what is the total resistance. Okay, total resistance, use this equation. R1, let me take 60, 40, sum of them 60 plus 40 will be 100, 10 cancel, 10 cancel, 6 4 the 24. 24 ohm is the answer. But if you go to the options, then there are answer options are not accordingly. Then it means, but less than 40 ohm, yes, I can see that 24 is less than 40 ohm. Is this greater than 50? No. Between 60 and 100? No. 100? No. So your answer, sometimes questions will be in this form. What is the total resistance? Less than 40 ohm. And my dear children, I want to tell you, in parallel combination, let me write here, in parallel combination, total resistance, total resistance always, total resistance is always less than the, less than what? Is always less than the smallest resistance given in the circuit. It's given in the circuit, given in the circuit diagram. So out of 60 and this 40, which one is the lowest value? 40. So every time whenever you find such type of questions, your answer will be the total resistance in parallel will be lesser than the smallest unit, smallest resistance available in the circuit diagram. So here your answer will be less than 40. So here we have A. Let me move to the next question. This was question number 11. So question number 12. Question number 12 again, children, that I want to skip this one. Potential divider questions we are not going to do. Potential divider we will look for another time after we discuss this in class. Question number 13. A circuit is set up to determine the resistance of a resistor. The meter reading are 2 ampere and voltmeter reading is 3 volt. What is the resistance of the resistor? You have to calculate this resistance. How would you calculate this resistance R? I have given this voltage measured by the voltmeter 3 volt. Current passing through in this circuit is 2 ampere. Apply Ohm's law. R equal to V upon I. Put the value V. 3 volt. Current 2. 3 divided by 2. 1.5. Sorry, not ampere. We are calculating resistance. So 1.5 ohm is here in option B. Next question. Question number 14. Again, children, question number 14 is based upon the potential divider that we are not doing here. This potential divider, just skip this question right now. And question number 15, what is the unit of the EMF? Very simple question. EMF is always measured in volt, and this is volt here. This is for the current, joule is for the work on energy, and watt is for the power. So EMF is measured in volt. Question number 16. Here in question number 16, the circuit diagram shows a resistor, 4 ohm resistor is there, overwriting is there, and 8 ohm resistor connected to a 6 volt battery. Okay, what is the current in the battery? You have to calculate current. You have to calculate current I produced by the battery, means current produced by the battery. So in this situation, you have to look, children, that is this a parallel, uh, whether the resistances are in parallel or in series. So I can see that there is only single loop, and in this single loop, the same current is passing through each resistor. The current is same. If current is same, so that it is a series combination. And let me write the equation to measure the current. I is equal to V upon R. Now children, don't be confused. You know, I is also given by I is equal to Q by T. We have also the definition of current, I is equal to Q by T. So in this question, neither the time is given, how much charge is flowing, current Q is not given. So you have to look for this equation, I equal to V upon R, because voltage is given and the resistance. So I will put the value V. What is V? 6 volt. Now there is a confusion. What is R? We have to take 4 ohm, we have to take 8 ohm. So in this circuit, in this type of question, children, when we have to find the total current passing through the battery or produced by the battery, so in that situation, this R will be the total resistance, whether we have 2 resistors, whether we have 5 resistors, they are connected. So first you need to calculate the total resistance or the effective resistance. Here the total resistance you can calculate, both are in series. So you know the equation, 4 plus 8, and it is 12. So I will put 12 here. 6 divided by 12 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5, and I can see that 0.5 is in option number A. Next question, children. Question number 17. 17 question is capacitor. Capacitor is not in our curriculum. It is not in IGCSE. So you have to skip this question. Wherever you find a capacitor or capacitor word, just skip all that type of questions. Question number 18. The diagram shows a 3 ohm resistor and a 6 ohm resistor connected in parallel. Okay, they are connected in parallel. This is a parallel combination. What is the total resistance? Again, children, what is the total resistance? As I told you earlier, this is a parallel combination, so our answer will be that the total resistance in parallel combination always is lesser than the smallest resistance available in the circuit diagram. So it is 3, minimum resistance is 3, so our answer will be less than 3 ohm. So answer will be A. Option A is correct. So it will not be equal, not greater than, not more than 6. And if you want to cross check whether your answer is correct, apply the equation. Rp equal to R1 3, R2 6 divided by 3 plus 6. So this will be 3 6 18, 6 plus 3 9, that is equal to 2. And you can see that 3 is greater than 2 or 2 is less than 3. You can check. But sometimes if options are there, whether the answer is 2, 3, 4, 5, so in that case you have to click on that answer will be 2. Question number 19. The two 5 ohm resistors are connected as shown in the diagram. What is the total resistance? Again, children, total resistance. Now here both the resistance are equal, so it means our answer will be less than 5. So less than 5 here it not equal to 5, not more than or between 10, and this is also wrong. Again children, you can cross check it. 5 5 is 25, 5 plus 5 is 10, that is equal to 2.5, and 2.5 is less than 5. Next question, question number 20. Here is question number 20 here. Yeah, this is again question number 20 is based on the potential divider. You have to skip this question right now. We have to skip, otherwise when we will be complete this topic in a class, then we will look on these questions, and these potential divider questions are very important questions. So any question is said no. Let me move to 22 is also the potential divider question. No, I'm not doing 23. In question number 23, a student uses the circuit diagram shown here to identical resistors. Yeah, it's an important question. Identical resistor, please remember. Identical resistor means I can take this is R, this is R. Voltmeter reading is 2.2 volt. Ammeter reading is 0.25. So the current passing through the circuit is 0.25. What is the resistance of each resistor? Each resistor you have to calculate. Each resistor. So how will you do this question? What is the resistance of each resistor? So again children, that in the previous question we have done that when we are looking for the current, so I current is given by voltage and whatever the total resistance in the circuit, and in this case I have to calculate the total resistance, then I will find the individual resistance of each resistor. So R total is given by, if you cross multiply V upon I, how much is V? 2.2. How much is current? Current is given by 0.25, so 0.25. And R total is what? R total is what? The two resistors are there, they are in series combination. You can add R plus R, this will be 2R. So finally R is equal to 2.2 divided by 0.25, and where this 2 will come, 2 will be here. And let me do this calculation in my calculator children, and then let me tell you the what is the answer. So here I can divide first, this is will be 11, 1.1. So 1.1, wait a minute, 1.1 divided by 0.25, 0.25, so I'm getting 4.4 here, and 4.4 is R, means each resistor is of 4.4 ohm. Don't be confused children, sometimes students they click on the option number D, that 8 ohm. 8 ohm is the total resistance, but the individual resistance will be 4.4 ohm. Question number 24. Question number 24 that we have to skip here, that we have not discussed this topic also in class, that the circuits with different symbols. 25 also I want to skip here. Then question number 26. In question number 26 children, diagram shows a circuit containing 3 ammeters PQR. Okay, which statement about the reading on the ammeter is correct? Reading on the ammeter is correct. So all are ammeters, and the reading on P is equal, this is P, the reading on P is equal to the reading on Q. Reading on P is equal to reading on Q is here not possible, because battery has produced some current, so that the current will pass through the P, but after reaching to the junction point it will divide. So it will divide, some current will go to this side, some current will go to this side, so it means P is not equal to Q. Option A wrong. The reading on P is equal to on R. Where is R? Yeah, okay, this is R. And again children, whatever the current is coming here and from this side, this resistance, so they will combine, and again the same current that the battery has produced will return back to the same. So it means P and R will show the same reading. Then option B is the right answer. If I go to the option C, the reading on Q is greater than, reading on Q is greater than reading on P. No, no, no. If they say that the reading on P is greater than on Q, then I can consider, but here this is wrong. Similarly, D will also wrong. Question number 27. Again, based on the potential divider, children, we are not doing this potential divider. Just skip here this question. And then 28. Four lamps each are labeled 60 watt. Even we have not discussed the power topic, but let's try this topic. 60 watt and 230 volt. In which circuit are the lamps connected so that they operate at normal brightness? Normal brightness will be possible in case of if the bulbs are in parallel. All the bulbs are in parallel. These two are in parallel, these two are in parallel, but they are initially they are in series. So they are, this is two bulbs are in series, these two bulbs are in series, but if you look each other, that they are in parallel. So this is the wrong answer. We need all four bulbs should be in a parallel combination. This is parallel, this is parallel, this is parallel, this is parallel. So answer will be B. And similarly this C will be wrong, and here all four bulbs are in series. So that the option D is wrong. Move to the next one. Which circuit shows a voltmeter measuring the potential difference across a resistor? Now, when you have to do this question in exam, children, which circuit shows a voltmeter measuring the PD across a resistor? Remember, across a resistor. So this is a resistor, this is a resistor, this is a resistor, this is resistor. Across a resistor. PD across a resistor. So they have connected the voltmeter across a lamp. Wrong answer. In option C, they have connected the voltmeter in series. That is wrong. It should be in parallel. Option C is wrong. And in option D, they have connected the voltmeter across a battery. So this is wrong because we have to calculate the potential difference across a resistor, and here the voltmeter is connected across. Across means that at the two ends of the resistor. So option B is the right answer. Next question, student. Question number 30. Okay, let us do this question number 30. In question number 30, a student connect the circuit shown in diagram. Again, this is based upon the components, but let's try this one also. Uh, which switches must be closed for both the bell, this is bell children, this is bell, to ring and the lamp to light? Bell will ring and lamp will glow. Which switches must be closed? Closed means that you have to connect, you have to complete the circuit. So suppose, how to start this question? uh, if I connect the one, only switch one, then what will happen? Still this is not a closed circuit, because even this loop, if you look for this loop, this is open. Second loop, again it is open here, and the fourth loop it is open. So it means here we are not getting any benefit from the by closing the switch one only. And so let me erase this. And if I close one as well as close switch 2, what will happen? According to this, current will pass through the lamp and return back to the battery. So it means bulb will glow. But what is our question? Must be closed for both the bell and lamp, both should work. So it means if I connect a third one also, then it means current will divide at this point. Some of the current will go to the to this of this path, and then it means this bell will ring. So it means you need to connect one, you need to connect two, you need to connect three, and then if you connect, there is no use of this the fourth switch here. So 1, 2 and 3 are the right answer. Question number 31. Two resistors are in parallel. Yeah, I can see both are in parallel. Which value could be the resistance of the combination? which could be the resistance of the combination. Means you need to find the total resistance. Now students, that I have discussed with you how to find what is the equation. You try children by yourself. 20 into 30, 20 plus 30, that is the equation you have to use. And so 20 into 30, 3 to just I can write 600 divided by 30 plus 20, 50. And if you do further calculation, this cancel, and if you use calculator, then you will find this is 12 and 12 ohm. Even you can find that this 12 is less than 20 also. You can, later on children, I will share the video link, and you can watch all these questions in a single sitting, or maybe in a by pausing the video you can watch it. Question number 34 children. Identical resistors are there in this arrangement XYZ. What is the correct order of the resistance of the arrangement from the largest to the smallest? Largest resistance to the smallest. So larger resistance is possible in series combination. So this is the series combination arrangement Z. Then we have the second series combination, that is two resistors. And finally that the parallel combination, we discussed in a class lesson, when resistors are connected in parallel, their equivalent resistance decreases. So parallel combination is better for the current. And so we will go with the Z, then Y, and then X is the at the end. So minimum resistance of X here. Then the option D is the right answer. Next question is, we want to discuss question number 36. In question number 36 children, a student wishes to determine the resistance of a resistor, and she uses an ammeter and a voltmeter. In which circuit are the ammeter and voltmeter are connected correctly? It's a very simple question. You have to identify voltmeter they have connected here. This is a series combination. Voltmeter should be in parallel children. Even ammeter is correct, but the position of voltmeter is wrong. Here ammeter is correct, voltmeter is connected at the right position, so answer will be B. But let me go to the C also, option C. Option C, voltmeter is connected direct with the battery, that is the wrong. It can never be in a series combination. And ammeter is also connected at the wrong position, it will be in a series combination. And here ammeter is connected at the wrong place, voltmeter is at the right place. So both ammeter and voltmeter are connected at the right place in option B. Let's move to the next question children. 37. Now, if you read this question carefully, which circuit can the lamps be switched on and off independently? Independently means that if I want to switch on bulb 1, I can. If I want to off switch bulb 2, I can. So, find out the answers later. Look all the diagrams carefully and try to understand the statement. I will start from the option B, and if I close this switch, then what happens? Now see, current produced by battery will pass through the this bulb will pass through this bulb. It means at the same time, if I switch on here, current will pass through the both the bulb. So, and if I switch off, then both the bulb will off. And at the same time, if I switch on the circuit, both the bulb will blow. So this is not solving a purpose. They are the series combination. In option C, if I connect this, both bulbs are in series combination. This will not solve our purpose. In option D, if I connect this one, what happens children? Now you can see current will pass through this path, current will pass through this path. So at the same time that the current is passing through, current is passing through, passing both these bulbs, and it means at the same instant of time both the bulb will blow. We don't want this combination. So if you go to the option A, and in option A what happens? Current will pass through if I just keep this switch on this one, And if I keep this switch on, then what happens, the current will pass through this bulb and it will make it to glow. And even if I open it, then the bulb this will get off. And on the other side, children, if I close it and open this one, then what happens, then the current will pass through this loop and then will return back to the, so it means independently, if I want to glow bulb 1 or want to make it off, so that the right combination is in option A. Next question, children. Two resistors with resistance R1 and R2 are connected in parallel. What is the resistance of the parallel combination? Same type of question, children, we have discussed. So this will be less than either R1 or R2, because we have not given what is R1, what is R2. So we will go with it will be less than of any of the resistance R1 or R2. It cannot be equal to R1, it cannot be equal to R2, or it cannot be average of R1 and R2. It will be less than either of R1 or R2. Question number 39 is here. In 39, in the circuit shown, the switch is closed for a long time, then switch is closed for a long time. Capacitor is there, children. Just skip this question. We are not doing this. Question number 40, thick wire, thin wire, already discussed in class, so I don't want to discuss this one here. This simple question, you do write yourself. In question number 41, again, in option, the capacitor word is there, so I don't want to discuss this one. And this switch 42 question I already discussed in the previous. This is the same type of questions, you discuss it by practice it by yourself. And I want to discuss now question number 43, that is LDR. We are not going to discuss it. Question 44 we are not going to discuss. Now here question number 45, children. The diagram shows a lamp and a resistor connected in a circuit. Yes, the lamp is too bright. Lamp is too bright. Yeah, pay attention. Lamp is too bright. This one, it is too bright. It is producing a lot of light. Okay. So what we have to do? What changes to the circuit will decrease the current? You want to decrease the current, children, so that it bulb get dim. You want to decrease current. How you can decrease the current, children? You can decrease the current in any circuit if you connect. I have to go with the option, children. Let me read. Definitely you can reduce the current if you increase the resistance. How you can increase the resistance? Now see, read the option. Connecting another resistance in parallel. Parallel, that if you connect a resistor in parallel, it will reduce the resistances, and if resistance reduces, current will increase. But we want decrease in current, children, if you pay attention on this part. Connecting another resistor in series with the one in the circuit. Yeah, you have to connect another resistor anywhere along this line. Anywhere along this line you need to connect another resistance with in series. So whether to the left side of the bulb, let me erase this part, children. So this means you have to you can connect either resistance to this side or maybe anywhere in series. Series is series combination. Anywhere you can connect only one resistance. So here the answer is B. Question number 46. Which statement is not correct for lamps connected in parallel? Statement is not correct. It means out of these four options, three statements are correct. You have to identify the wrong statement. And in parallel combination, they can be switched on and off separately. Yes, this is the right statement. They will remain bright if another lamp is connected in parallel. Yes, they remain bright. Brightness not change if you are connect in appliances in parallel. They share the supply voltage. This is the wrong statement. In parallel, the voltage remains same. Same voltage appear across the resistors. And what about the option D? That it should be correct. They still operate if one lamp is removed. Yeah, that in the parallel combination, one bulb is removed or one bulb get fused, still other bulb. Yeah, this is also right statement. This is also right statement. This is also right statement. You have to find the wrong statement. So option C is the right answer. That is the wrong statement. Next question, children. Okay, now I'm going to discuss this one also. Let me skip some questions and come to question number 50. In question number 50, look this diagram carefully, children. This is a torch. It is a torch containing two cells. Two cells are there, yeah, cell 1, cell 2, and a lamp is there. The lamp you can see here. Which is the circuit diagram for the torch? Okay, yeah. Generally, we also use a torch light at home if light is not there. So in this case, which circuit diagram shows the correct circuit of how the lamp and bulbs are connected in a torch? You know, this is the negative terminal of the torch, this is the positive, and this is the negative terminal of the second cell and the positive, then the bulb is connected. So look for the this part. This is the negative side. You know, smaller line is considered negative potential. Then we have the after negative we have the positive. This is the positive. Then the negative terminal, you can find the negative terminal, then the positive terminal here, and then with the positive terminal the bulb is connected. With the positive terminal the bulb is connected, and then finally we have switch is there, switch is there, switch is there. So it means A is the right answer. Let me check why B is wrong. In option B, this is starting from the positive and we have started from the negative, so this is wrong. Option C, this is the they connected two cells in parallel, but are these two cells are in series? Because what is the series combination? If you find positive negative positive negative, so this is a series combination. It is a series, it's not parallel. Positive negative positive negative. Option C wrong, option D wrong. Question number 53. Which circuit could be used to determine the resistance of the resistor? Resistor. Which circuit could be used to determine the resistance of the resistor? Okay, you have to find the resistance. Voltmeter connected in series wrong. Even ammeter is correct. Ammeter is correct. Voltmeter is correct across the resistor. Voltmeter they have placed about the battery. Okay, this is correct. But what about? Let me move it up. Ammeter is connected in parallel. That is wrong. Voltmeter connected in series. It is wrong. So right answer is children B. Let me do some more question. Okay, in 54, diagram shows an electric circuit. Some points are there, L, M, N, O, P. Between which two points must a voltmeter be connected to find the PD, potential difference across the bell? So you know this is the bell. Even still we have not discussed the electric symbol. This is bulb. This symbol for bulb. Sorry, not bulb. Bell. BELL. And we have to measure the potential difference across the bell, so I need to connect voltmeter here. Very simple, children. You have to connect voltmeter here. If I say that you have to find the potential difference across the bell and you connect a voltmeter here, that will be the wrong answer. You are measuring the potential difference across the resistor. So here basically this question is for regarding whether you have a knowledge about electrical symbols. What is the symbol for resistance? What is the symbol for a bell? How to represent electric bulb? How to represent a thermistor, LDR, that we are going to discuss in our coming lessons, children. Question number 54, then we have 55 is very simple question. And if you go through with the 55 statement, ammeter reading is 1 ampere, okay, and a second ammeter is also there. Where is the second ammeter? Second ammeter is connected in the circuit. It also reads 1 ampere, okay. At which level point it is it connected? Yeah, so where you have to connect the second ammeter? Can you connect the second ammeter at A point? No, because we have to calculate the same current. So same current, whatever the current is coming, and the then the same current should come out from the circuit, and that will be here. So it means I need to connect ammeter at point D. So ammeter at point D will give you the same amount of current, how much, 1 ampere, that is produced by the battery, and the same current will enter into the battery. Some more important question, let me find out, children. Just some questions you practice by yourself. I don't want to make this video so long and so lengthy video. And question number 63 already discussed this type of questions, so I want to skip this one right now. You practice by yourself. And the diagram shows, in question number 66, the diagram shows a circuit. Okay, what should be increased to increase the current? You want to increase the current in the circuit, what do you have to increase as per this diagram? If you increase, if you say, sir, I want to increase the resistance, if you increase the resistance, so what happens? Can you increase the current? No, because R is inversely proportional to current. You want to increase current, so we have to find what increase. So only one option is that I need to increase the EMF for the battery, increase the voltage. You know the relation V proportional to I given by the Ohm's law. You want to increase current, increase voltage. Question number 67. Even capacitor is there, but I want to discuss this question because this is a part of the Ohm's law also. And the circuit shows in the diagram contains unknown component. We don't know whether it is a bulb, what device is this, hidden in a box, but voltage graph, current graph for X is shown, and it is a straight line. And we know from the Ohm's law that when we plot a graph between voltage versus current and voltage and current relation, when we take a resistance and the ratios remains constant, so it means this component X is a resistor, means resistance. You know, from the voltage and current graph I can find the, if you find the gradient of this graph, you will find the gradient is equal to R. So it means capacitor wrong, closed switch, open switch are resistor of constant resistance, and you know that every time the ratio of R equal to V upon I is constant. Next question, let me find out. There are many questions in this worksheet. 7:30. Just few more questions I want to discuss. Which circuit includes a capacitor? No, not. I'm not going to discuss 74 capacitors questions. Is not. We are going to discuss 75. I want to skip, and not this one. 79. Let me check 79. Children, the diagram shows four arrangements of resistors. Which arrangement has the smallest total resistance? Smallest resistance is in parallel combination. Something, children, you have to remember like this. Immediately they asked smallest resistance in parallel combination. Single resistance, series combination, 2 plus 2, 4 resistance. This is here 8 ohm total resistance, here it is 4 ohm resistance, here single 4 ohm. In parallel, you know, we discussed the total resistance will be lesser than any value of the resistance, lower than of the resistance. So this will be the right answer here, option D. Next question. Okay, question number 81. A cell is connected to a lamp as shown in the diagram. Cell and lamp are connected. A charge of 4 coulomb flow through the lamp in 2 seconds. What is the direction of the flow of electron in the lamp? Electron, children, electron, and we have discussed electrons flow from the negative terminal of the battery to the, so this is the electrons movement. Electrons are going, electrons will pass through. So what are the options there? From left to right across the lamp they are going. This is the left side, this is the right side. So left to right, there left to right is there, left to right is here, and then we have to find the value of current. Charge is given, time is given, so you know I is equal to q by t. You have to use this equation. What is q? 4 coulomb. What is time? 2 to the 4. So where is coming? 2 is, this is 8, this is wrong, option A. think that's enough for the day. If there is one or two questions still there, you do by yourself, children. And just 88th question I want to discuss. A 3 ohm resistor and 6 ohm resistors are connected in parallel. Yeah, this 3, this 6, combined resistance Rp 3 into 6, 3 plus 6. I think we have discussed this question earlier. 18 divided by 9 and 9 to the 18, so right answer is here will be. So now my dear students, you please practice all these questions, watch the video again and again. It's not about the finding the answer, it's about learning the concept, that you have to understand how I solve these questions. In the same way, children, you have to solve this question in your exam. And children, I made this video on Saturday on a non-working day, and so I want that children that you just give a like. Thank you.